So, my friends, today, due to the front line setbacks, the Russians have once again started shelling Ukrainian territory, and this time 28 rockets were launched with 16 successfully intercepted. The occupiers inflicted the most damage on Lviv, where active firefighting efforts were underway. At the same time at the time of creating this update, a minimum of 19 injuries has been reported. Among them are 6 elderly individuals aged 62 to 75, and most of whom have been diagnosed with bruises, lacerations, and acute stress reactions. And a 10-year-old child has a bruised foot. So 40 houses have been damaged along with a medical college, and 3 buildings of an industrial facility caught fire. One of the rockets struck the area of kindergarten, and another 15 houses were damaged in the outskirts of Lviv. And Mayor Andriy Sadovy shared photos of the aftermath of the attack of the city, including images from inside the kindergarten hit by the rocket. And moreover, last night the occupiers targeted the bearing plant of the Swedish company SKF in Lutsk. Reuters report that all 3 casualties from the attack were employees of the plant, and SKF is the world's largest bearing manufacturer. And in Ukraine, the plant employed 1,100 people, with the majority located in the Lutsk facility. And in Dnipro, there were also several strikes resulting in injuries. Also, an important sport facility for Dnipro came under fire. All Ukrainian competitions were held here, children were practicing, and today, in addition to the industrial facility, Russian rockets wreaked havoc on this place as well. Windows shattered, their facade and inner wall were damaged. And now let's transition to the map. And in the Kupiansk direction, the occupiers are no longer able to advance, and today's shelling continues in the direction of Kupiansk. This artillery preparation clearly indicates future offensive actions in these directions. And meanwhile, the occupiers are accumulating reserves and regrouping, but unfortunately, they are partially achieving what they needed, what they intended. They are shifting of reserves to this area. And in the Svatova area, the occupiers changed attacks directions multiple times, and as a result of their recent offensive actions, they couldn't advance in the Andriivka area. Therefore, today there are only shelling activities ongoing, with a success on the side of the Ukrainian armed forces. And in the Kremina and Siversk area, there hasn't been significant increase in shelling activity. It seems that the occupiers intend to launch an assault on positions in this direction in order to even out the front line. And the shelling is occurring along the entire front line, but yesterday's attacks were unsuccessful, and the front line in this area remains unchanged. And on the Bakhmut direction, the Ukrainian armed forces all occupant attacks in Klishivka. Oh, sorry, I don't know about what I think. So in Klishivka and Andriivka areas were successfully repelled, keeping their front line and some slightly news. But unfortunately, the Ukrainian forces have yet to make further progress, and the occupiers are doing everything to maintain their defense, and today artillery exchange are ongoing. And in this context, the occupiers shelled Kramatorsk. Here we can see, resulting in death of a man and a woman being wounded. The Secretary's General Office report that at 11 p.m. the Russians struck the city using their S-300 air defense system, hitting storage facilities where food was stored. A fire broke out over an area of 2,400 square meters, and two loaders were trapped under debris. The body of one was recovered by rescuers from under the rubble, and the condition of the other one is currently unknown. Also, 38-year-old storekeeper was also injured and hospitalized. And let's return to our map. And on the Avdiivka direction, the occupiers are gathering new strength today, as all previous attacks failed. Avdiivka remains under the Ukrainian armed forces' control, but shelling continues. However, further south, offensive actions have resumed in Krasnohorivka and Marinka. A significant number of shelling incidents are noted yet, but the front line remains unchanged over the past day. And on the Zaporizhia direction, the situation remains unchanged. Tactical battles continue in the Robotyne area. The Russians failed in their advance. The Ukrainian forces successfully destroyed their equipment and personnel. And as a result, the front line remains unchanged also. And new attacks are not being yet carried out. However, the occupiers are constructing new fortifications in the rear in Zaporizhia. So over the past few weeks, Russian forces have built new fortifications near Chernovoselivka, which is almost 22 kilometers away from the front line. And let's go to the Kherson direction. On the Kherson direction, the Ukrainian armed forces troops continue to advance on the left bank. The occupiers are trying to reassure the Russians, and in their reports claim everything is under control. However, there are some correspondents on the ground who report the truth, confirming that the Ukrainian armed forces control Kazachi Lahiri on the left bank and is mobilizing units for further offensive actions. And currently we can see that the occupiers continue shelling, but no combat actions are recorded and the front line remains unchanged. And I'd like also to show you a video where Shoigu claims that Russia hasn't used cluster munitions in Ukraine due to humanitarian reasons. But this decision may be reconsidered. And it seems that Shoigu is playing everyone for fools, holding on to his deception tightly. So even the Russian military sources have reported that they've been using cluster munitions since the first day of the war. And photo of trail fragments from Grad rockets at the Kharkiv dump indicate that cassettes were indeed used. And furthermore, Russian Federation struck Ukraine with X-101 missile produced this year, says Yermak. At the head of the presidential office reported the X-101 missile launched in April contained around 30 foreign microchips. And Yermak noted that limitations have already been imposed, but sanctions need to be intensified to prevent Russia from acquiring critical components and manufacture missiles. Well, and where would we be without some good news? So, the Swedish government will provide a new package of arms and ammunition to the armed forces of Ukraine. This was announced by the country's defense minister Paul Johnson, as quoted by Reuters. And according to the head of the Swedish defense agency, the cost of the military aid package will be 3.4 million krona, approximately $314 million. And let's wrap up with some amusing news. In Russia, they decided to add a touch of Ukrainian flair to one of the pedestrian crossings in Belgorod. Originally, the pavement was supposed to be in blue and white colors, but now locals are observing the pavement in the colors of the Ukrainian flag. This artistic decision wasn't well received by the locals, so the dismantling of the pavement has already begun. So I understand why it seems very beautiful. And that's all for now. Thank you for watching. Write in comment your thoughts and see you next time. Bye bye. So I understand why it seems very beautiful. And that's all for now. Thank you for watching. Write in comment your thoughts and see you next time. Bye bye.